This ADA website compliance guide is the single best resource to learning what's going on with lawsuits, what actually is the law, and what you need to understand about the technical side of website accessibility. It's all here, and I will link to this guide in the description. But for now, I'm going to scroll down to one section titled the ADA website lawsuit story. So let's just go through this story. David is a small business owner who owns a Shopify e-commerce website. He makes $150,000 gross every year from this website. One day, David starts to receive emails from web design agencies, digital accessibility companies, and defense law firms saying that he's been sued because his website isn't ADA compliant, but they're telling him that they can all help him. They can help him with accessibility. They can help him defending the case. David's initial thought is that this is all a scam. He's never even heard of ADA compliance for websites, and this is the first he's finding out about a lawsuit. He hasn't received a phone call. He hasn't received a letter. He hasn't been served. And so he starts searching online, and then he starts to realize that this may actually be real, and then the disappointment starts to set in. In fact, after he consults with a defense attorney, he finds out that he is the defendant in a class action lawsuit in New York federal court. So now this is where he's very frustrated. He decides he better start researching companies to help him make his website ADA compliant. He clicks on an ad for an ADA compliance widget, and the widget says that it's a solution for ADA compliance and WCAG 2.1 AA. It says it's only $50 a month, and it will use AI to make his website accessible. But something feels off. Is this too good to be true? Why are there other accessibility companies saying that widgets are bad? And they're selling professional services for thousands of dollars. David searches Reddit. People are giving all sorts of advice on what to do. They're saying to ignore the lawsuit. Some are saying that widgets don't work. Others are saying that all you need is the widget and the lawsuit will go away. And so it's all very confusing. David just wants to be done with it. So what is going on here? What is the real story? And what should David do? That's what this guide is all about. This is about taking away the hype. And this guide really is the signal, whereas so much in this marketplace is the noise. So that's why I wanted to make a video on this story and just talk about what's going on here, because this happens a lot. And it's not just it's not just for Shopify website owners. We're going to see this more with ADA Title II. We've already seen it. This is happening in more states across the United States. This isn't something that's going away. But what you need to do is that you're not only facing the plaintiffs' lawyers, you're also facing the marketplace, because there are many companies, there are many vendors who will outright lie to you and or deceive you into believing that their quote unquote solution will make your website ADA compliant. And so what you want to do is you want to understand exactly what's going on. This guide is going to help you. I'm going to link to it in the description. Also, my website is accessible.org. This is my digital accessibility company. If you need help, you are feel free to reach out to me. I will include a link to contact me in the description. Also, I recommend reading my book. It's called Digital Accessibility and Compliance. This book is on Amazon, and it will help you understand all of the terms in play. If you start out by just searching on Google and trying to go to different websites and seeing what these different companies are selling, you can easily be overwhelmed, and there's just a lot of mixed messages, and a lot of them are wrong. And what happens is so many people buy the services, buy the packages, buy the widgets, and they end up being sued anyway. So you can imagine how that'd be extremely frustrating, is if you go to one of these companies or these agencies and you try to resolve this by going to who you think is the expert, who you think is telling you exactly what you need to know, and then you're still sued anyway, that's even worse. So make sure that you read this guide. I highly recommend my book. Just start with the fundamentals, because once you understand that, then it becomes very clear on what you need to do next. So I will include links to these resources in the description.